Side to go. Ari, of course, a possibility. Won't be Niski's 11th unique champion. He has played this once before, and he'll crack it out again here in game 1 against Vitality.
So, Mad Lions.
Bo's looking up towards that top lane, and Lyoya on his way up here as well. Bo actually flashed over the wall to get here outside of vision. Chasey trading onto Photon, and Lyoya now in the bush. Will Bo go for it? Stepping forward, twisted advance to a minion, and Lyoya can put down the Pillar of Filth, and they continue to trade in. But Bo should be able to walk away from this one, wounded, but still alive.
Wow. The fact that Bo
has to accept that he has lost out a little bit in the early game. Perkz might be caught out here in the mid lane. Does have that flash charm from Niski, a possibility. Perkz gets the knock up. Flash forward, flash away. Perkz with the shield, the charm away. The Spirit Unbound, get him away. And Niski not quite able to get enough damage down. Whimsy his way away. Sapling catches onto Lyoya and Niski. Perkz trying to get him from the side here. Remember, ultimate available. Fate sealed for Perkz on top of force already onto Lyoya. There's the Fate sealed follow-up as well, and Lyoya is pumped where he stands. Bo flashes away from Chasey, but Niski dives in as well. 1-for-1 so far. Both the junglers have fallen. Perkz going to try and get away from this one. Remember, no flash on him. Charging up that Q3. Will be able to escape. Rift Herald, patience, resets. Vitality, Mad Lions trying to use some pressure to get down towards this bottom side of the map. Bo a little bit over-eager here as Niski goes in, looking for the charm. Nature's Scar's coming out as well. Perkz with the Fate sealed once again on Lyoya, who does still have the flash and is very, very tanky. Subjugate on Bo will cut him where he stands. Upset coming in from the side as well, and Upset with the lightning crash takes one. They try to dash across the wall, but Niski, even with the flash, the Aqua Prism, not enough. Culling from the side, Kazi trying to put some chip damage back down, but now how can he escape from the clutches of Vitality? Perkz will slay him where he stands. A double for Perkz. Vitality 3-for-1.
And things are very quickly falling apart for Mad Lions in this early game. They needed to find early cooldown reduction. Feels very nice to play on the Ari. Also does relatively well into the tanks too. Ultimate now from Bo.
This thing has the flash, but immediately Upset jumps across the wall, knocks him back with the Bramble Smash, and that's enough for Upset to take his second kill of the game. Seems like every time Mad Lions try to step into darkness.
Either, especially as more items continue to come through now. Both threatening a dive onto Niski, and here it comes.
There's the Nature's Grasp. Niski clears out the way. Spirit rushes away. Can Spirit rush back? And here's Lyoya as well. Hex Splash across the wall, but it's stopped by the pillar that I think we saw in the middle of the wall there. Niski takes the kill.
To avoid the Nature's Grasp, to then team up with his jungler and find a pick. Perkz now looking for Niski though, no ulti.
Niski straight into the bush, meets up with Perkz, does still have the flash, can use it to get across the wall. Charm going out with the Q3 from Perkz will chase Niski down. Niski shut out of the game on Unstoppable Force as well onto Hylissang, and that's another one to Vitality. Anything Mad can do, they
move
can
into the river, and now they'll gain control over the space. Mad moving back towards the Baron. I'd be surprised if they threatened it.
Bo has the ultimate back up. Pillar of Filth does come down. Huge amount of damage onto Bo, as you say. Lyoya able to walk away from this one. Unstoppable Force onto Chasey. They're looking to burst down the chase, and they will do exactly that. Kaiser takes it. Fate sealed as well. Catches Lyoya and Niski, and that's 2 already for Vitality. Photon low. Bo 2, but Photon walked away wounded. Able to survive in the end. He takes the Leandries, but here is the chase, and it's a Zeri moment if I've ever seen one. Double kill, a triple for Upset, a 4 kill for Naught. On the side of Vitality, the quadra for them, and Baron instead of Dragon seems to be the name on the menu.
Perkz can tank this without any problems, and it's a clean ace for Vitality. While they lost their front line, this is the ideal outcome. Deathless are the 2 carries for Vitality. And props to Hylissang. He did everything that he could to keep Perkz out of the fight. He threw the ultimate, he threw the bubble, but he could not stop the onslaught of Perkz. They'll wait. Oh, they didn't wait. 1 more second they needed to wait for Photon to be able to get that Baron as well. A little unfortunate
retreat from the fight, and Upset's just there full HP, walking at the enemy team. It's like, how on earth do you manage to battle against it? And we're going to see exactly that once again. Perkz dashing forward, Nature's Grass coming out as well. Gets one route, there's the Fate sealed. Upset can now just start walking forward and dashes towards the back of Mad Lions. He's a little bit isolated, but it really doesn't matter, because he is Zeri, and he does exactly what he pleases. Upset with the Runaz procs going forward once again, flashes in. Can't quite take down the Mad Lions, but the chase continues. Perkz looking for Chasey. Photon coming in as well, does still have that Unstoppable Force. In the end, though, Vitality won't be able to find their kills. So they do try.
Looks like he's about to force up. But look at Upset here, man. He is just 1v5, effectively, on this there. Oh, and yeah, okay, Hylissang died. But, wow, Upset's positioning.
Lions will take it. Vitality, for that, will take the Baron.
It's one of those games where even if Mad get the soul, I still wouldn't be convinced that that would be enough to bring the game back. It's like 1 potential win condition, but compositionally it feels like that Vitality have such an edge now that we're so late into the game. The Zeri has 3 fully completed items with a QSS. you know, it gives him so much safety and agency. Lions have the ability to, oh, now we can move to bot lane, clear out that wave, move to mid lane, clear out that wave.
It's the issue of not quite having those waves as synced as possible. Perks going in there, unstoppable force, and immediately Niski is popped. The root going down onto Bo as well, but he's tanking enough to tank that tower for days. Mad Lions forced back to their Nexus turrets, and Vitality didn't really care about the waves. Instead, they dived in, and they'll find 2 inhibitors off it.
Yeah, Vitality recognized that they were just so much stronger and said, screw it, let's just dive. They're able to one-shot Niski, and now they have 2 pushing waves looking to end the game.
Kazi dashes forward, dashes back, Perks cleanses, stopwatches, just everything to make sure he survives the redemption as well from Bo to top up that life pool a little bit. Now Vitality work their way down towards the bottom side. No Baron. Oh, actually, 1 Baron remains. Now has expired on Kaiser. And Vitality 100 off that shield. From the Bloodthirster from the overheal. Bo pops down the Nature's Grasp. Elioya rooted up by it. Vitality stepping forward once again. Redemption coming out.
Oh.
Bo low. Perks force towards the backside. Unstoppable force doesn't hit anyone. The charm underneath the tower. But look at Upset. He's full HP. He's got the whole shield to deal with as well. And he gets to. Another goes back over to the Mad Lions, but it's all done for the Nexus falling. Kazi forced away. He'll fall as well to Perks' delayed damage from the Soul Unbound. And the Nexus is calling for Vitality. Hylissang the last standing. And Vitality aren't really that happy with that. Hylissang forced back to the fountain. Vitality go 1-0 up in the best of 3.
I mean, very little to criticize on the side of Vitality. They played the early game well, mitigated a lot of what Mad wanted to do. I think their draft was superior, as long as they didn't fall behind.
Position, you know, you've got good CC, you've got good lockdown. Team fighting, you can front to back as well with the Olaf just running at the enemy back. And Flash knocked back with the Intofu strikes, stepping forward, undertow, gets the shield, but Chasey continues to trade in. There's the Ghost away as Photon spots Elioya on the minion wave and can just run his way down towards this bottom side. Make sure he's out of range of the gank, then paths back towards his lane. Perks now moving from the mid lane. The push you mentioned earlier, the dive possible. Kazi with cleanse, Hylissang with heal. Kaiser will tank the tower, ignite out, cleanse immediately away from the ignite. Kaiser tanks another shot. The charm coming in, Kazi low, first blood over to Vitality. Upset though, caught up with the event horizon as Niski TP'd in. And in the end, Vitality will be able to walk away.
Just a really clean play from Vitality overall. What more is there to say? They stacked the waves, they leveraged the fact that Perks had the priority in mid, they get the TP out from Niski, but they still get the kill onto Kazi, get all of his summoner spells. Now Mad trying to make a cross map happen top.
Photon does still have the flash, can use it on the Vault Breaker. TP comes in, Chasey low, Elioya has to get the hell out of there as the Undertow continues to find him out.
He's going in.
Photon flashing forward, the knockback with the Pathfinder, but now Elioya, the worst for wear, flashes away after losing his top lane. You can see Mad Lions looking to try and isolate Photon. Last time they played this out, they lost out the 2v1.
Just gonna kill him again.
Undertow does connect onto Chasey. Elioya coming in as well. Photon just needs another Undertow into the auto. Underneath the tower, he'll get it. Trades his life for it. The Undertow coming out, but no. For a moment it looked close, but in the end, Elioya able to take that kill. Will get reduced XP from...
You know, if Photon's axe was a little closer, he would have gotten that kill. Ooh, wall physics getting in the way there. Kaiser lands the hook, but doesn't secure the kill. Oh look, Perks on the roam again. He gets spotted on the ward, doesn't care. Has the level 6, has the ultimate available, and they're going for the dive.
Kazi has no flash. The charm, though, trying to predict it, and immediately Mad able to walk away from that one. Bo already used the clone to get into this one. Vitality dashing back forward. Perks looking for a bit more damage. Elioya here. Niski on his way down. No vision for him in the tri-bush, but he can perhaps knock them down a little bit as Kaiser goes forward. We'll have a reduced cooldown on that Q. Niski now all his way around, and now Vitality will spot him. The event horizon goes down, flashing forward. Bo ignited, ticking, falls in the end. Niski goes down as well. Kaiser dashing in, and Kazi takes him out 2 for 1. The root comes out from Upset to stop the advance of the Mad Lions, but Mad able to get something back on the board.
Really, that was best. Bo lives way longer than he thinks he's going to, but thanks to the damage and turnaround commitment, they're able to get a kill back. Now Niski's in danger, or is Bo in danger?
Bo gets locked up, the cease and desist enough to end his life. Bo now Zim have the serrated Dirk on Kazi, but Kaiser has had the option to go back, get himself double Ruby Crystal, already has that Sightstone upgraded as well, or the warding trinket as the root goes down onto Hylissang. Doesn't have the flash, does have a heal, but doesn't really have anywhere to use it. And Vitality, even though they lose the dragon, will still find themselves a fish in the river.
Bit greedy there from Perks. He committed the ultimate to try and steal the kill. Ended up going over to Bo, but now he doesn't have that. What does that mean? Elioya can look for a play.
Perks locked up, cease and desist coming out. Perks pops the stopwatch. Flashes and escapes the charm under the tower as well. Niski will tank an extra tower shot. Prism does find it. Kazi has the ebb and flow on him as well. Will blast cone forward, but Kaiser going back in. Depth charge on Kazi. Used to be teammates, but now the Cyclone coming in to lock him up. The Aqua Prism as well. The cleanse away from Kazi as he tries to escape. But Perks is dashing in and lands the charm once again. Bo able to kill off Kazi. Flash forward by Bo. Dash away from Elioya. Vitality will have to settle for only a single kill.
Now that flash.
Bo caught out a little bit here, but can always just clone across. You see that? Him stutter stepping. It's to bait the clone. Perhaps Aqua Prism going out. There's a cleanse as well. Kaiser trying to go in as Kazi jumps away. Elioya able to escape down towards the bottom side. The Ragnarok coming out, but he can't get over the wall. Terrain still stops the Olaf. Niski almost roots up Upset, who doesn't have a Feather Storm and doesn't have a flash, and has to use the Gale Force to dash to safety.
Niski's solo pushing in bot lane. There's a big window here for you to threaten, but in the same vein, when you've only got one member bot, that means that multiple members can actually respond to the top side and potentially slow down the push. They're looking for Kaiser though.
It's the support's being caught out so far. Cease and desist coming in as well. Kazi dashing forward, but there's the depth charge, and Bo is on the flank. Upset there as well. Kaiser already down. Chasey trying to get onto Upset. Feather Storm possible. Upset dashes up. The Cullen coming out as well, and Bo's already cut off one. Kazi will fall, and Yoya chased up towards the top side. Upset also down in the fight. Perks trying to trade in. There's the charm on Hilly. Photon rooted up for a second. No Ragnarok left on him. Primordial Burst not enough to cut through the Vikings' health bar. Bo dashing back in. Elioya smacks him around the head. The shield coming out. Bo low, and then Horizon once again as Chasey puts them in the midst of the meat grinder. But Bo and Photon low. Perks gets the Spirit Rush back up. Niski takes one. Perks going to look for a little bit more. He goes down towards Chasey, off towards the bottom side. He'll get another. Perks diving forward. Elioya and Niski on the wrong side of the rift here as Kaiser's on his way back up. Elioya, Vault Breaker charged up. Niski trying to get in between the towers here, but Kaiser should be able to flash. Hook and flash away from Niski. Perks, flash available. Event Horizon down. Perks flashes over. Misses the charm. Misses the Everfrost. And Niski with the heist of the century. Perks invests his teleport to make sure that Mad couldn't get much more. Chasey dashes away, and Event Horizon again lands onto Perks. Primordial Burst won't be enough to kill him off. The stopwatch coming out. Bo trying to trade onto Elioya up towards the top side. Perks with the Spirit Rush way down towards the bottom side. Hillerstack's already dead, and Chase is going to chase as well. Bo down as well. 1-for-1 trade so far, but Perks lands the Everfrost. There's 2-for-1. Vitality coming up trumps in the fight so far. Niski though trying to back away. The undertow hits Kazi. The cleanse away. He's trying to dash, he's trying to dive, he's trying to duck away from any damage, but instead Upset takes him out. Niski answers with one. But Hillerstack and Elioya and Chasey fall alongside Kazi, and it's all on Niski. Halfway off cooldown with the Primordial Burst. No jungler here. Hex Flash out. Upset tanking up the Baron for now.
They can't
Vitality
do it.
will realize they cannot do it for now. It's 5-1-0 on this Veigar. Rabadon's death cap finished. Seraph's complete. Hillerstack going to be met with Bo here. Cyclone coming out. Depth charge on to Kazi. Flash forward. Ragnarok as well. The undertow. Kazi already dead. Hillerstack down as well. And Niski really can't do much in the face of Vitality. Unstoppable as they go in with the charm. The Everfrost, the root. Niski lands in Event Horizon, but the feathers fly. And Niski dies. Shut down by Vitality. And they will turn towards the Baron.
Photon could not be stopped. Mad Lions did what they could, but we talked about the dive, and we talked about how there's not enough peel for Kazi. The second that Photon decides that he wants Kazi to fall, Kazi does in fact fall. Great team from Vitality, turns into a Baron, and the consolation prize for Mad is a Cloud Drake.
We'll put them on soul point if they can get it before.
They can't even get it.
Vitality are here, but they can't do it. As you say, we'll be 2 apiece now. Vitality, 2.5 minutes left on their Baron buff.
And that's all that matters.
So, having a very good series is Perks. Pathfinder out there will dodge the depth charge, cease and desist as well. Bo with another Cyclone and Vitality, the one's collapsing first. Chasey left to the Wolves, and Vitality will gobble him up. Another kill over to Bo, now 5-4 on the Wukong. Vitality with the Baron buff for the next 90 seconds can push in. Could try and catch 2 waves instead, just playing on 1 right now. Mid-wave not in the best of shapes for them, not in the best of positions. Niski pushing in the top lane, trying to get an objective bounty back, but for this, their inhibitor will be forfeit as a Vitality start to demolish the base of Mad Lions. Are they going to look for more here?
Of course they're going to look for more. They're so far ahead right now. The charm lands.
Everfrost going out as well. The Ragnarok being used. There's the dredge line as well, and Niski slain where he stands. Buried under his own Nexus. The Nexus tower is now the target for Vitality. They'll take it as well. And they look for more. They look for it all as Vitality sweep away the Mad Lions in dominant fashion. They will end up 2-0.
A deathless series for Perks, a single death on upset, and a commanding victory once again. We saw a bit of over-aggression from Vitality at times, but they played the fights beautifully, and they dominated Mad Lions. There were no questions in this series. Vitality